name is Victoria and I am so excited to be presenting beginning teachers with a selection of effective teaching practices for teaching the whole child. As beginning teachers, we need to be conscious of how we teach children, the environment we put them in, their mental and physical experience, including safety, and how we organise the classroom. By taking all these elements into consideration, you will be more likely to achieve a successful teaching and learning environment. Student wellbeing and pastoral care refers to the physical, emotional, moral and social wellbeing of students. The emotional state of a student impacts their academic engagement, work ethic, commitment and ultimately their school success. A teacher's behaviour and attitude also has a lasting effect on their students' learning. Teachers can show pastoral care to their students by smiling, noticing their effort and work, encouraging them, setting work that interests them, helping them learn from mistakes, and by taking a general interest in their students and their work. Teachers themselves should take every opportunity to get to know their individual students, their interests, academic abilities, and even their family and outside school life. By using effective teaching techniques, teachers can successfully avoid many potential behavioural problems. March 2000 encourages the use of preventative discipline practices through planning for diversity, variety and flexibility in lesson plans. Examples of effective teaching techniques include appropriately challenging students, promoting group accountability and cohesiveness, preventing potentially disruptive situations from occurring, establishing reasonable procedures and rules, modelling desirable behaviour, and maintaining good relationships with students. One way in which teachers could demonstrate this in the classroom is by asking their students to help them create a list of class rules. This enables students to have a voice and ownership over the decision making of what they consider important values and structures for their classroom environment. Effective teaching and practices for good academic outcomes. Constructivism is a learning theory that states that individuals construct their own knowledge and understanding of the world through experience. Knowledge is gained as learners are actively involved in a process of constructing rather than receiving information in a passive manner. Constructivism states that students come to learning situations with already formulated ideas, knowledge and understandings. This previous knowledge is the basic foundation for the new knowledge they will create. This further highlights the notion that teachers need to understand and get to know their students. Constructivism impacts both teachers and students by encouraging independent learning and critical thinking. For example, rather than simply requiring students to repeat, recite and memorise information, teachers should pose questions and guide students to assist them in finding their own answers. Communities of practice theory acknowledges that people learn through observation of others. It is social learning, whether it be intentional or unintentional. This involves information sharing, but also allows people to view and learn from the consequences of others' behaviours. Wenger Traynor defines communities of practice as groups of people who share a common concern or passion for something they do and learn how to do it better as they interact regularly. Communities of practice have implications for both teaching and learning. For example, school friendships can form from connections to the same interests, and from this grouping, socially acceptable behaviours are constructed. Classroom resources and environment can greatly influence the way in which students work, behave and interact between themselves and with you, their teacher. As students develop, teachers can expect a greater degree of autonomy. This can be reinforced by the layout of the room as well as the way in which classroom items are stored. For example, accessible storage means that students can increasingly help themselves. This is a life and organisational skill that is particularly pertinent for children with special needs. Sparrow and Hurst, 2010, suggests teachers to create variety, clarity of purpose, real-life examples, and ensuring success in their lesson plans. This aids to prevent boredom and decreasing motivation. For example, using supermarket catalogues in a maths lesson helps students relate their work back to its uses in everyday life. Finally, the notion of ensuring success suggests that by ensuring tasks are tailored for each student's current ability, increases the chances of that child successfully completing the task. This in turn creates a feeling of success and motivates them to continue on and conquer more complex problems. Good luck, beginning teachers. I hope you found this information valuable.
Created using Powtoon.